of the United Nations Human Rights Day 2016. We are joined today by community representatives from all over London. And we also have some very special guests with us this evening who I would like to ask to stand when I say their name so they can be acknowledged in the room. The first guest is Miss Neena Ritchie, an actress and film producer. So we are among people who are doing something to make the world a better place. I thank all of you here for being here and for doing what you do every day of the year. Human Rights Day is observed every year. It commemorates the day in 1948 when the United Nations adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. There are 30 of our human rights, and you have these rights by birth, and no one can take your rights away from you. It is our aim that every human being everywhere should know these 30 rights, and that one day these 30 human rights will become a common agreement in the way that we think and the way we act. So we will know these 30 rights and they will be instilled in us, and we will think with them and we will act with them and we will change the world. So our first speaker this evening is a lady called Neena Ritchie. She is an actress, a philanthropist, entrepreneur, movie producer, and international ambassador for peace and women's empowerment. Neena joins us tonight to talk about women's rights in India and Pakistan, and internationally how women have been mistreated and abused. Neena was the lead actress and starred in the movie Unwanted Bride, a movie to highlight these abuses that was made. And the director was a gentleman called Vijay Kumar, a Bollywood director from Planet Productions. So please welcome Ms. Neena Ritchie.
Invitation. I chose this subject regards to women's rights and supporting women. What made me choose women's rights and helping and supporting is when I had to do this project, Unwanted Bride. I stayed with women in women's refuge for the weekend. Now, these women I've spoken to, 80% of women were from Asian background, with children, some of them stabbed, some of them raped by their husbands, and some of them were abused by the in-laws. Now, speaking to these women broke my heart. That why is it women have to suffer like this? Now, when each and every day when we see women, but you see the face and the smile, but you don't know what they're going through. Now, women are not guilty of violence committed by men on our body, mind, and spirit. The violence happens because of men greater power than their misuse of that power. The violence against women is worldwide, yet is a hidden problem. Freedom from the threat of harassment, battery, and sexual assault, and concept of that most of have had time imagined. Because violence is such a deep part of a culture and in our lives. Consider these facts. Battery is the leading cause of women aged between 15 and 44. These are the examples of few countries which I have chosen: United States, United Kingdom, India, Pakistan, Egypt, Afghanistan, and Bangladesh. United Kingdom, prosecution for violence crime against women and girls, England, Wales, were at all-time high last year. The annual violence against women and girls reported showing that prosecution and conviction, violence crime including rape, domestic violence, sexual abuse, of offences and child abuse, all rose by almost 10%, 117,568 last year, 2015 to 2016 now. Now, India, 65% of Indian men believe women should tolerate violence in order to keep the family together. These are the women that I've spoken to in Women's Refuge, Asian women. This is how the mentality of women are, thinking they are accustomed to, they have to take abuse from, but that's not the case. India reported incident of crime against women increased by 6.4% during 2012 to 2016. Now, that crime against women is committed every 3 minutes. Imagine. There were 244,277 reported incident of crime against women in 2015 to 2016. Now, in Pakistan, 2011 to 2016, the report claimed 80% of women in Pakistan suffer from domestic abuse. Now, 50% of women in Pakistan are physically battered, 90% are mentally tortured, verbally abused, while other reports claim domestic violence rapes between 70% to 95%. And these are in Pakistan. We need to address these issues, not just Afghanistan. According to HRW 2013 report, Afghanistan has had one of the highest incident rate of domestic violence in the world. Domestic violence is so much common that 85% of women admitted experiencing violence against them. 60% of women reported being victim of multiple forms of serial violence, rape and battery and suicide. Bangladesh. Statistic from United Nations study from 1990 to 2016. 16 to 19% of women aged between less than 50 were victims of domestic violence, had been subject to domestic violence during some period of their lives. Egypt. 2012 to 2016, United Nations Women's Study found that 33% of women in Egypt were experiencing physical violence. Now, these are just a few countries. Imagine the world internationally, Africa. Now, the government must take some sort of an action to implement the human rights into schools from the nursery to the colleges, and teach them. Education is the way of teaching. It's not right for a male to destroy a woman, a female. Physically, mentally, it's not correct. If we educate people on human rights and ethic of representing and respecting women, self-defense can increase the option and choices that we have any given situation, including situation where we're risk of violence, self-defense itself, and education. Choices made at a particular moment. Each woman will make the best choice that she can based on the resources and knowledge of time. Just as there is no right way, or no way or a wrong way, responding to violence committed against women, we must stand as one and unite as one to support women and educate male figure that women are not to be disrespected in any way. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.